City, the stadium, it was great. A great place to start my career. And, every time I come back here and every time we went on the road and we come back, we're like, man, we're spoiled playing here. It's the weather, you can't get much better. And the stadium, obviously, you can tell it's absolutely gorgeous.
So your first year, you pitched in like 9 games, then 67, 2013, 33. I looked at the numbers and I'm going, how did you ever end up in the minor leagues your second year with the Padres?
Yeah, just my batting average against was not very good. So I'd go out there, I'd get some runners on base, and then thankfully we had some good guys behind me that didn't allow them to get in. So I just kind of got off to a bad start, and I just couldn't turn it around. And so I went down for a majority of the second half of that season and just never really could get the ball rolling.
So you get traded to the Orioles in 2014. Totally different pitcher. You've won 17, you've lost 5. I looked at all your numbers this year. Your strikeouts are up, home runs are down, hits are down. What's the transformation?
I think I just decided to be more aggressive in the zone. I think my walks are down, which has been one of the biggest things I wanted to do the last couple of years, and they've been up a little bit higher. Me and you have talked about it a few times. 4.5 just doesn't fly. So, yeah, just keeping the walks down and just being aggressive in the zone and using all 3 pitches, I think, has been the biggest thing.
Well, you're 6'5", and everybody said I had a smooth windup. Yours might be, and I think it's very effective because it's kind of a little kind of herky-jerky or whatever, a lot of stuff going on. So how did you get the walks down?
Honestly, I always did well in the minor leagues not walking guys. I would go through 60 innings and walk 5 to 10 guys. So I don't know what happened once I got called up. I think I tried to do too much. And I think it just kind of, just maturing as a pitcher and not trying to do too much and just basically getting strike one. So I think that's been the biggest thing.
So can you kind of tell the people, everybody talks about slowing the game down. You're not really a closer. We leave that to Zach Britton, 23 out of 23.
Yeah.
But when you come in with runners on base, how do you slow the game down?
I just make sure I take my time before I get on the rubber. And I really just kind of tell myself pitch by pitch and not get ahead of myself. So if I throw a pitch and I take a little extra time around the mound or, a little bit extra time before I set myself on the rubber, it just really allows me to focus on the next pitch and not worry about the situation that's going on, but worrying about the at-bat at hand.
Well, 30% of your pitches you throw. I think you have 3 above average pitches, but the power changeup, how'd that come about?
Yeah, it started to come around in 2013 actually, and I started to get a pretty good feel for it. But in 14, actually around the playoffs time, is when I really I can point back to one at bat actually against Alex Gordon of the Royals. I threw 3 in a row, and it was the first time in my career I've ever thrown 3 changeups in a row. And I was like, man, that pitch is pretty good. And talking to Caleb Joseph in the dugout, he's like, hey, you could throw that more often. And then last year, obviously, I used it, and it's allowed my fastball and my slider to become both more effective.
Well, they're going to play the All-Star game here.
Yeah.
How would you like to make the team?
It'd be amazing. People have been asking me what that would be like, and I can't even tell you. It would be extreme. I'd be extremely honored, and to come back here especially, it would be, kind of a dream come true.